First of all, it's echoey in here. I just had roommates move out. It's an empty room. No one will probably watch this anyway, but in case you are, sorry. Welcome to my first YouTube video. If you're watching this, thank you for taking the time. I don't really know what this is, honestly. I felt compelled to just turn on the camera and talk. I am not a journaler. I don't really talk about my feelings at all. But this is something that I just feel like I can't escape in my head. And it's just the concept of aging, and it's the concept of existing. Oh God. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, maybe this is just something that I need to release, you know, and hopefully if anybody sees this, it resonates with them as well. And yeah, I don't even know where to start. I feel like we are just in a world, and you know, everybody lives different lives, right? Some people my age are settled down with kids. Some people my age are off like chasing amazing, huge careers. Some people my age are stuck, and that's okay. All of it's okay. Nothing is right or wrong. You know, if you're doing what you feel like you're supposed to be doing, or if you're in a circumstance where this is just life right now, I'm a huge believer in what will be, and things happen for a reason, as cheesy as they are. But let me just get to the point. I feel like we are living in a world now where, at least I'm in my world, where the world is run by social media and people thriving and teenagers blowing up on TikTok, and I'm having a time. I'm having a time. I am 29. I am married. I own a house. I have 2 fur babies, a dog and a cat. I've been in a relationship for over 10 years, and I love my partner very much. He's an amazing man. And, you know, from anybody's perspective, people who know me don't know me, from the outside looking in, it's like, wow, she has it made and she has it all. And it's like, I don't know, maybe people don't think that. Maybe people think that's boring and lame. I mean, I don't have a job. I quit my full-time job in November of 2019. I used to be in the corporate world, and I quit that to pursue creative endeavors. I am an actress. I'm a working actress. I am a singer and musician, and I think that's a big part of it. You know, I think it's like, I am this person who's like kind of starting late in life, even though, like, let me just say, I am well aware that 29 is young, right? But I am someone who has also been 18, 19, 20, all the years before 29, all of the younger years, you know, and now I'm seeing people, you know, 20, 21, just like thriving. Like, obviously it looks like they're thriving, but like in reality, they're people too with their own struggles. And I don't know, I'm having like a really hard time with comparison and with feeling like I'm not doing enough with my life. And I feel like it's come later for me. You know, I had a lot of friends going through this like years ago, and for me, I was just kind of like, I don't know if it was just my headspace at the time or if I was just blissfully unaware. Like, I never had issues with social media and comparison, at least to the extent that I do now. You know, I think everybody like compares themselves and whatnot, but it used to really not get to me, and now it's like every day. Like, I love TikTok. I'm addicted to TikTok. It's like every day I'm like scrolling through and I'm seeing people blow up and like for like virtually nothing, you know what I mean? And it's like, I'm envious of that. And I'm also angry about it, you know, because I'm like, there are so many talented people out there who like can't catch a break. And it's like, same song and dance that like so many people have said for years, and this is not the first time and the first era in which like this is a thing where you feel like people are getting like undeserved attention or fame or success or accolades. And I don't know, this is just the first time I'm experiencing it, and I just need an outlet to be able to vent, even if it doesn't make sense, even if it's all over the place. I don't know. I am really craving the desire to be heard and seen, but like for no reason. And I guess this is just another extension of that. Like I want to be heard and seen as just a normal person, like as just a nobody, as somebody who's just like going through life and existing and doing the best I can and having lots of questions and desires and like existential, I don't know, otherworldly thoughts and ideas, and yeah. And not to mention just like battling and coming to terms with like myself and like trauma I've experienced and like self-sabotaging behaviors and the feeling of like, what's the point? It's like all of these like ideas and things that keep me from experiencing things that I want. But then when it comes to things that I want, I'm like, what do I want? It changes all the time. Like sometimes I struggle with the idea that I did get married so young. And I mean, this isn't new news. Like I've obviously discussed this with my partner, my husband, but just like I mean, I was just such a different person. I got married at 23. We started dating when I was like 19, and I like freshly moved out of my parents' house, or my mother's house, and her soon-to-be ex-husband's house. Really awful, toxic environment, but just that I needed to like escape, and I threw myself into a community of people who, you know, I didn't really align with, but I pretended to, just to feel a sense of community. And he wasn't a part of this community. I met him outside of it, but I don't know, I felt pressured to like have this like security, you know. I mean, I'll just say it was like a Christian situation, which I no longer am. But just the idea of having just like a boyfriend, and then you get engaged, and then you get married, and you settle down and you have kids, and it's like, it's just interesting once you start obtaining these things that like other people say, other people attribute like so much value to and tell you like what your life should be. And then you obtain them, and it's like you're grateful for them, but then it's like this veil gets lifted and you start to see life through the lens of your own perspective and own thoughts, and start questioning things. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not really making a point. If there's anybody else out there like me, you're not alone. And we're just doing the best we can. And I need to just remind myself and remind you and remind my friends and that, like, just do what you fucking want. Like, do what you want. Do what you love. Like, there's nothing wrong with goals and being, like, you know, goal-oriented and thinking about the future, but don't cling to that because it can change. in a second. And I've just learned a lot about living presently, and because that's all that's guaranteed. It's just exactly what's happening in the present moment, you know. And I've been learning a lot about manifesting and all that stuff. So I don't know, maybe this is just like the first step in whatever that looks like, you know. It's like, it's weird because I have like certain things that I know that I want, but like I'm also okay if I don't get them, but I'm sad about it. It's like, I don't know. You know, I know people who like, I mean, I'm an actress, and I know people who are like, acting is all they want to do, and they just want to become this big actor. And like, yes, would I love being in a feature film? Absolutely. Do I have to become like this huge, well-known actor? No, I don't. Like, that's an honest answer. If it happens, that's great, but if it doesn't, it's also fine. But then it leaves me in that space of like, well, then what? Like, when I was a kid, I like always felt like I was supposed to be famous, like for no reason. And like, I'll give myself some credit. Like, I have some talent, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm talented. I think that I have art that deserves to be seen and heard, and it could touch people in ways that, small levels, big levels, whatever. But it's weird. I've just, even from like a really, really young age, I've had this like desire and thought that like I'm supposed to be seen on like a large level, even though I hate people being up in my business. I hate it. Like, I don't know, maybe it's Gemini Tings or something. Like, I just, I don't know. It's so weird. It's so strange, but yeah, I mean, even if this makes zero lick of sense, if it's not resonating at all, that's fine, but I needed to get it out. And I don't know, this is just step number one, I guess, in that. And just a reminder to myself that I'm okay, and I am lucky to just even be here and to be experiencing life. Like, I'm looking outside the window right now and the sky is freaking insane. Like, yo, it's beautiful. And yeah, I don't need to go scroll through 3 hours of Instagram looking at the VMAs and all of these amazing, fabulous people living these fabulous, amazing lives. And I don't need to yearn for that in a way that's like painful. Because that's what it feels like right now. I'm just normal. I'm just a person, and maybe I need to become okay with that. I don't know. Even if I am not okay with it, maybe I just need to practice being okay and being grateful and stop getting in my own way. But that's all. That's all she wrote.